First time revealed song Joong Ki's parents share honest thoughts on daughter-in-law Katy. What truly happened behind the closed doors of Song Joong Ki's family home. For the very first time, the actor's parents have broken their silence, unveiling raw emotions, personal memories, and the exact moment they knew Katy Louise Saunders was the one. How did she win not only Song Joong Ki's heart, but his parents as well? Brace yourself, because what they shared might just surprise you. I didn't know what to expect, but the moment I saw her, my heart changed. Those were the trembling, tear-filled words of Song Joong Ki's mother, the woman who had remained completely silent during one of the most talked-about marriages in Korean entertainment history until now. For the first time ever, Song Joong Ki's parents have stepped into the spotlight to reveal their unfiltered thoughts on the woman who stunned fans around the world. Katy Louise Saunders, the British actress who unexpectedly captured the heart of Korea's most beloved leading man. And what they revealed was more emotional, more raw, and more shocking than anyone had ever imagined. This is not a PR stunt. This is not a scripted family fairy tale. This is the truth as told by the people who know him best. The love story that took everyone by surprise. When Song Joong Ki announced his relationship with Katy Saunders in late 2022, the entire nation gasped. The actor, known for his discretion and carefully curated image, had always been fiercely private, especially after his high-profile divorce from actress Song Hye Kyo. No one expected him to announce a new romance so soon, let alone with a foreign actress, a single mother, and someone completely unknown to the Korean public. Then came the bigger shock. They were already married and expecting a child. What followed was a media firestorm. Tabloids speculated endlessly. Was the marriage rushed? Were his parents even involved? Had Joong Ki betrayed tradition by choosing someone so far removed from Korea's conservative ideals? One question echoed louder than all. What do Song Joong Ki's parents really think of Katy Louise Saunders? A family meeting, shrouded in secrecy. It turns out the truth was far more dramatic than fiction. According to an exclusive source close to the Song family, the first meeting between Katy and Joong Ki's parents was nothing short of cinematic. He didn't just walk in with her casually, the insider revealed. He prepared for weeks. He was nervous, more nervous than he's ever been on set. The meeting took place in a quiet countryside home in Daejeon, far from Seoul's flashing lights. It was supposed to last 2 hours. It lasted 12. What began as tense formality turned into a storm of emotion, confession, and vulnerability. Joong Ki's father, often described as stoic and conservative, was said to have remained silent for the first hour, simply observing Katy. Then suddenly he asked her one question that changed everything. Why do you love my son? Katy's answer reportedly brought the room to tears. Because he lets me be exactly who I am, and he protects that. The turning point, a gesture that spoke louder than words. The true breakthrough didn't come through conversation, it came through action. After a quiet family lunch, Katy stood up, walked into the kitchen, and began helping Joong Ki's mother clear the dishes without hesitation, without waiting to be asked, without the slightest hint of pretense. She didn't know we were watching, the mother said softly. But in that moment, I saw her heart, not the actress, not the foreigner, just a daughter. That one gesture shattered every wall. A cultural gap of thousands of miles was bridged by a simple, silent act of humility and respect. Public pressure, private pain. Despite the emotional acceptance behind closed doors, the couple still had to face the brutal glare of the public eye. After the wedding news broke, many netizens expressed outrage. Some accused Katy of trapping Joong Ki with pregnancy. Others criticized his parents for accepting her too easily. She's not Korean, she's divorced, she has a child. How could they approve? One comment read, but behind the scenes, Song Joong Ki's parents were enduring their own storm. We had sleepless nights, the father admitted. Not because we disapproved, but because we were afraid the world wouldn't understand what we saw. Their silence, they explained, wasn't rejection, it was protection. In the end, it was Joong Ki's mother who gave the final word, and it was one the fans weren't expecting. Katy is not just our daughter-in-law, she said with conviction. She is our daughter, and she is the one who healed our son. That single sentence turned years of speculation into dust. It was the emotional closure fans didn't know they needed, and a moment that proved that love, when real, transcends culture, tradition, and even fame. What the public didn't know, what they couldn't have known, is just how much pain Song Joong Ki endured between his public image and private world. According to a longtime friend of the actor, the emotional scars from his previous marriage left him deeply hesitant to open up again. Joong Ki lost trust, not just in love, but in people. The friend said he felt like everyone was watching, waiting to see him fall again. That's why Katy Louise Saunders was different. She didn't chase the spotlight. She didn't ask for Instagram photos or press attention. She asked him one thing: Can we live a quiet life? That one request, quiet, was what melted Song Joong Ki's walls. And when he introduced her to his parents, he wasn't just introducing a girlfriend. He was pleading for them to see the woman who helped him rebuild himself. And they did, but the journey wasn't smooth. Whispers in the family, the initial resistance. Before the acceptance came, the resistance sources close to the Song family admitted that Joong Ki's extended relatives were less welcoming at first. There were voices asking, why her? Why so fast? What does she want from you? A relative confessed anonymously. Song Joong Ki's father reportedly held a private family meeting in which he silenced every complaint with just one sentence. My son smiled again because of her. That's all that matters. That moment marked the beginning of a family-wide shift. The judgment turned into curiosity. The skepticism turned into understanding. And slowly, almost imperceptibly, the barriers fell. Katy's silent sacrifices. While the world questioned her, Katy stayed silent behind the scenes. However, she was making sacrifices that no one saw. She turned down acting offers. She avoided interviews. She stopped attending red carpet events, all to protect her unborn child and her husband's fragile privacy. She could have built her brand off this marriage, one entertainment insider said, but she chose motherhood. She chose family. That's rare in this industry. In one especially emotional moment, Song Joong Ki's mother shared that Katy wrote her a letter entirely in Korean on the day their grandchild was born. She wrote, "Thank you for letting me become part of your family. I promise to raise your grandchild with love and gratitude." The letter, reportedly written in awkward but heartfelt Hangul, is now framed and hanging in the family's living room. The child who united two worlds today, the child of Song Joong Ki and Katy Louise Saunders, is the beating heart of a story that no one predicted. With dual heritage, the baby represents more than just love. He is a bridge between East and West, a symbol of forgiveness, resilience, and unexpected harmony. Song Joong Ki's parents have now fully embraced not just their daughter-in-law, but her roots. We've started learning English. His father laughed in a recent private gathering. She's learning Korean. Our grandson will speak both. It's a love story written in 3 languages, Korean, English, and silence. The public's changing tune. And now, after all the noise, the public is finally catching up to the truth. Fan forums that once criticized the couple are now filled with supportive messages. One trending post reads, "I judged her without knowing her. Now I see why he chose her. She gave him peace." Song Joong Ki, once guarded and withdrawn, has slowly begun reappearing in public. But this time he's different. He's relaxed, he smiles more, he speaks with warmth when referring to his beautiful family. For someone who once carried the weight of an entire nation's expectations, this newfound peace is the greatest role he's ever played, not as a character, but as himself. What comes next? Will Katy return to acting? Will the family move back to Korea? Will their son grow up in the spotlight? No one knows for sure, but what we do know is this. Song Joong Ki's love story was never meant to be flashy. It wasn't a PR fantasy. It wasn't a fairy tale. It was real. It was messy. It was honest. And above all, it was brave. From disapproval to devotion, from fear to family, this is the story of how one woman quietly changed everything. This has been another exclusive from Red Carpet Revealed. Stay with us as we continue to uncover the truths behind the stars you thought you knew.